decided to pretty much document talking to her 25-year-old self. And the first time I watched that video, like when she originally did it, because I've followed Dodie for years, I was like, oh, that's cute, like, you know. And now it's 5 years later, and she responded to it, and it made me realize how much has changed in only 5 years, and it has made me feel the need for I need to do something. I need to feel as though there is some sort of hope in the next 5 years for me, because, you know, if you're watching this years later, 2020 is a shit show. I am currently isolated in my father's home, in my room, and it's been about a month and a week now since I personally have been quarantined. My job shut down on March 17th on St. Patrick's Day, and since then I have not worked. I have not really seen my friends. I have not been able to, you know, do anything that a normal human usually does on a daily basis. You know, being outside is a chore. There are lines out the door at gas stations, at grocery stores. Just, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And I am tired, and I'm sad, and I'm, you know, this is just not the vibe. I am 20 years old. I am supposed to be working so I can save money, so I can retire at 30 and just travel the world freely. But that's not what's gonna happen now. Not that it was gonna happen anyway. But I thought I would make an unscripted video to my 25-year-old self, because I've been lost quite a bit lately, and I am tired of it. So I want to project this sort of energy, and hopefully, you know, when I look back at this in 5 years and answer it, if I remember to, I will hopefully be in a better place, and I hope the world will be in a better place. But you know, it's looking bleak right now. I'm trying to keep my hopes up. So, to my 25-year-old self, congratulations, you made it to 25. Congratulations on making it, you know, past 16, honestly. I know we've been through some shit. We've gone through quite a lot together. I am 20 years old. I've been 20 for, my birthday was the end of February. 2 months now. And I haven't really gotten to enjoy it, really. I was in a deep depression last year around this time, and I was in that depression for a few months before I pulled myself out of it, and I had friends that pulled me out of it, which was in about August 2019, and then I had the best second half of that year ever, and then 2020 rolled around, and it made everything that much harder, because I was in a great spot. I was, like, you know, living my best life as, you know, as 20-year-old, full-time job, online classes, and, you know, just trying to work my way through my life. And it was all fun, fine, and dandy. And then there's a pandemic, you know, and I feel as though, like, I've been trying to document this as much as I can. I have my podcast, which is kind of recapping as much as I can about this situation, all that other stuff, all that other great stuff. However, it's just so hard to continue, you know, being happy and being okay in this sort of situation. And a lot of people agree with me. You know, a lot of other people are going through the same thing. I just had a talk with my therapist. I'm not alone in this. I'm not the only one who's regressing or feels like they're regressing. But I have a lot of questions for you as, you know, my 25-year-old self. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're like, but I realized a lot can change in 5 years. Because 5 years ago, I was 15. I was a different person 5 years ago. You know, I'm not proud of the person I was at 15. I don't like the person who I was at 15, and you might not like me, and that's totally fine. I like me. I didn't like me at 15 when I was 15, so maybe that's progress, that I like myself now a little better. I think I'm kind of cool. I don't know what you think of me. I hope you think I'm okay. I hope you think I did an okay job making you, or having a part in making you. I really hope you don't go through any more trauma in the next 5 years, but I have a few questions, so I guess we'll get started. Are you still friends with the same people you were friends with? That is the big thing that I'm worried about, is that I'm not gonna be friends with the same people. And if I'm not friends with the same people, why? What happened? Like, these are my people. These are the most solid group of friends that I've ever had. I hang out with the same 5, 6 people, and they mean the world to me. And I really hope that they mean the world to you too, because I can't imagine life without them at this point. And if, you know, things did end up going south for whatever reason, I really hope that it was on okay terms, and, you know, you don't have any qualms with anybody. Are you dating someone? I'm not. I don't know when I will. I am trying really hard not to focus on dating. I am doing my best to focus on myself, especially in this sort of really difficult time that we're all having. You know, dating's hard for me in general because I'm a very emotional person. And in this day and age, I'm not going to say I was born in the wrong generation. I don't mind hooking up. I don't mind casual relationships. However, when I get attached, I get severely attached, and I don't like that about myself. I wish I could be a little colder than I am. I know my emotions are something I should value. However, it's really difficult when my emotions have been shut down time and time again. But I'm doing great. Right now, I'm currently hung up on my ex-girlfriend. Everybody knows that. Everybody's aware of that, including her, I'm sure. And if she's not and she's watching this, now she is. We are friendly. We are on okay terms. I wonder if you still talk to her as well. And if you do, are you okay? Because I know we've been friends for a really long time with this person, and she's great, but she's not your person. Not right now. And, you know, if I'm talking to you and you happen to be dating her, ignore this. I don't think that's going to be the case, but if by some weird turn of events that ends up being the case and you're 25 and you're dating your ex-girlfriend from the age of 19, congratulations, you won. Otherwise, are you dating anybody else? Are you dating someone, you know, that makes you feel whole? Because for a long time you have not dated people that made you feel whole. Most of the people you've dated have made you feel like less of a person, in fact. And you have a bad habit of, you know, dating people that don't treat you well and then blaming yourself when things go wrong. You've had one solid relationship in the past ever, I think. And even that didn't last very long. And you still blame yourself for it. I hope you've gotten over that by now, because it's a long time to hold on to something like that. But right now, it's still fairly new. Anyway, what do you look like? I look like this. My hair has been blonde for a very long time. I bought Good Dye Young again because I'm in quarantine, and I plan on dyeing some of my hair. But hopefully you've remained, I hope your hair's grown out, actually, like, longer. I got extensions. I would put those in for this, but this is, like, not that type of video. But I hope your hair's longer. I hope your eyebrows have grown back, because this is not it. I shaved the ends of my eyebrows in quarantine. You know, do you have a similar style to me right now? Like, I've pretty much I think I found myself as a person. I don't know if I have. Oh, he's cooking. My dad is cooking. I was like, what is that? But if you look any different, what's changed? Your hair? Have you gone back to your natural hair color in the past 5 years at all? Because I haven't in the past 5. I haven't gone back to brown since I was, I want to say 16, maybe? Yeah, I think I was 16, and then I shaved it at 17, and then I grew back, and then I bleached it. I think I look great blonde. I don't think brown is my color. I don't think it was meant to be my color. But, you know, if you've gone back to brown, you look great, great. Not even complaining. I just hope your hair's longer, because that's, like, your one goal. What else? How many shows have you been to by now? Right now, I have seen about 50-something, maybe a little more than that. counting local shows and stuff, but I don't keep track anymore. I know I used to keep track when I was really, really young. I would like keep a Twitter thread of like the openers, the headline, the tour name, what day I saw them, and then I'd have pictures of like every concert, and if I go back far enough, I could probably find that thread. But if you want to go back and look at that, and look at all the shows you've been to, have you seen any bands that I haven't seen yet? Because I really, really want to see a few bands that I haven't seen yet, and I'm like, hoping you have. One of them being Green Day. That's a huge one for me. So if you went to Super Mega Tour or whatever the fuck, congratulations. I don't know if that's gonna end up happening. That's Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy, and you really only care about Green Day. Kind of Fall Out Boy. But right now, I would love to see Green Day. I would love to see a lot of smaller bands. I would love to go to local shows again. What other questions do I have for you? Have you released any other poetry collections besides the one you plan on releasing as of right now? Because I'm putting out my first one in hopefully a few weeks, and it's a huge accomplishment for me, but it's also like super nerve-wracking. I don't know what the response is going to be. I don't know how people are going to feel. I don't know if anybody's going to listen to me. I just want it out there. I just want it to mean something to me. And if anybody else happens to listen to it, that would be great, but I'm really not expecting much, to be honest with you, because I'm not great at self-promotion, and I feel really bad about it. It's not that I'm not confident in my work, but I feel as though I'm gloating or bragging if I promote it too much. So hopefully you've gotten over that, because if you don't promote your work, no one's gonna see it. Where do you live? I currently live with my dad, and my mom. I go back and forth most of the time. I will be living at my dad's full time and then visiting my mom. Right now I'm staying at my dad's because my mom's with her boyfriend during quarantine, which is fine because I don't blame her at all. So I live here now. As you can see, I've made myself at home a little bit with my tapestry and posters. There will be a video on me redoing my room, by the way, because I did so much and I'm very excited to show you guys. But hopefully you live with roommates or with a significant other or a dog or something. Just not... Even if you and your sister move in together, because in 5 years you're going to be 25, she's going to be 19, 20. Holy shit. Hopefully she's in college. She doesn't need to move in with me. She's in college. She's in college. She's going to be a brainiac. She's fine. How is she? Oh my god, she's going to be 19. Is she okay? Is she in college? What college is she going to? What is she majoring in? Oh, I don't want to think about that one. I don't want to make it about her. That's great. That's like a whole other level. I hope mom and dad are okay as well. I hope, you know, David, you know, I'm pretty sure he's not with you anymore. I hope you handled that decently, because right now you're expecting it, because he's old. He's, like, really old, and I feel as though if I ask you this, he's not gonna be there. And that, you know, I'm trying to be okay with that, but, like, I can't even imagine. Thinking 5 years ahead is something that I don't like to do, because I withdrew from my classes because I was depressed and not doing them, and I was wasting money. And I can't focus when they're online classes, I realized, which is gonna suck when I actually go back to work, because I work full-time and I won't be able to do school online the same way that I did. At least then I had some sort of schedule where I would do my homework after work, and now I don't have that, and I feel very lost not having any sort of schedule. Has Haley Williams seen your tattoo yet? Do you regret your tattoos yet? Because I still don't. Even the stupid one I have on my wrist. Maybe I'd add to it and make it nicer. If you haven't already, I really hope you have, because, like, this is the only one that I wish I, like, didn't do right away. This I got, like, 2 or 3 days after my birthday. It is a doodle from my journal that Watsky drew. It's a pencil and a peace sign. Not only is it upside down, because it's right side up this way, but, like, if you show it to someone, it's upside down. But, this looks like a joint to a lot of people, and it's not. So if you could, like, fix this, if you haven't already, make it, like, a cohesive something, and, like, add to it, make it pretty, that'd be great. Don't know how you're gonna do that. Even if you just, like, add, like, some color in the background. I don't know. Talk to Jeb. How is Jeb, your tattoo artist? Do you still go to him? he's done, at this point, 4 of your tattoos. He's done the lion, the Iron Giant, Haley, and Watsky. And hopefully he will be doing your stomach piece when this quarantine is over. But if you have any more work by him, what'd you get? I'm curious as to see what my mature mind will come up with that it hasn't already. I hope you're covered in tattoos, by the way, or on your way to being covered in tattoos. I hope your dad hasn't killed you for it yet. I don't know, have you done any more poetry writing? Have you written anything else? You're in the middle of writer's block right now. And you're not handling it well. It's frustrating. Has Paramore come back on tour yet? I miss them so much. As of right now, Hayley Williams is releasing Petals for Armor, which is her first solo album. Has she released a second one by now? Imagine Hayley Williams with 2 solo albums. Okay. Or Paramore with another album. Has Paramore released an album since 2020? Their last album was 2017. What's Watsky doing? How was that fucking tour that it got postponed? Did it happen? Did you see it? Did you see Times Infinity in New York? Did you enjoy it? I need a full story. I need to know. You're not going to be able to tell me until it happens, which is going to be whenever that fucking happens. A lot of shows are postponed until 2021. You saw My Chemical Romance at some point. I don't know if you saw them in September, what I have tickets for right now, or if you saw them in 2021 or 2022, but you saw My Chemical Romance. If you didn't see My Chemical Romance, why? Why didn't you see My Chemical Romance? Because that's not something you can just not do after you have tickets, especially with Olivia, who has been your friend for almost a decade at this point. I hope you still talk to her. I hope you still talk to a lot of your Instagram mutuals. I hope you're still on Instagram, not gonna lie, or that there's some other social media that everybody's moved to and that we're all having a good time on, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What's TikTok up to? Wow, what are the TikTok trends like? I can't even, wow. Also, you're gonna be 25, you're gonna be, like, on the, like, older side of Gen Z, which is nuts. Like, to be 25 on the internet now is crazy, but to be 25 on the internet in 5 years is also gonna be nuts. Because it's gonna be so different, and I'm gonna be the old one. Are you old? Are there trends you don't understand? Probably. I mean, that's always gonna be the case. I still don't understand trends that kids are doing, and I'm 20. I'm still considered, like, the youngest generation on the internet right now, because I am part of Gen Z. What's the generation after us like? What are the 15-year-olds on the internet like now? Oh, no. They're pretty bad now. My favorite interaction that I had, or favorite, like, discovery, is the current My Chemical Romance fandom on Twitter. That's a whole other story. I don't know, I have so many questions, and I don't know how many you're going to be able to answer, or, you know, if this is going to be emotional for you. I'm kind of wired right now, because I just had therapy, and trying to get as much creativity out at once as I can, but I have to go eat dinner. So I'm gonna go do that. I hope this is something, you know, for you to think about in 5 years. For those of you watching that aren't me in 5 years, this video is not really meant for you, but thank you for watching anyway. Thank you to my Patreon patrons as always. My podcast will hopefully be up by the end of today, which is April 27th, 2020. It is my best friend Haley's birthday. She's 19 today. Happy birthday, Haley. And I hope, you know, everybody has a good rest of your week in quarantine. And I hope I provided enough distraction for you today. Or made you think about yourself in 5 years. Really hope I make it. I really hope, you know, and I don't mean like make it big or make something of myself. Although that would also be nice, but hope I make it to 25. Because, you know, you never know. This pandemic could kill all of us. We don't know. I don't like thinking about it, but sometimes I just do, regardless. What's your favorite movie? Because mine's still Fight Club. 8th Grade's also a good one. 8th Grade's a good movie. Midsummer, great movie. Booksmart, great movie. Hopefully some great movies have come out in the next 5 years. Or in your case, the last 5 years. And I hope you're doing well. All my links will be below. The link to the original video will be somewhere, like I said, whether that be in a tag on the corner or also in the description, or both. Don't know. But hopefully I'll be making videos more regularly. I have a video for next week already made. It's more laid back, less painful to listen to if you're not me in 5 years.